Let's see, old school caregiving collides with modern parenting techniques in this soon-to-be holiday comedy. Hello there and welcome back once again to RealScreenReviews.com. I am, of course, film critic Nick Iacobucci, and our next trailer review is for the comedy Parental Guidance. This film is slated to open on Christmas Day 2012 and stars Billy Crystal, Bette Midler, and Marisa Tomei. Parental Guidance tells the story of grandparents that must oversee their grandchildren while their parents are away, and the crash course that they get with modern children and modern society. Well, people, when I first heard of this concept, I was extremely excited, and it's not that I didn't like the trailer, but I just don't get that feeling of a bullseye when I watch it. Now, I'm not going to say that the trailer is a complete letdown, but when I think of Billy Crystal and Bette Midler, I think of a perfect comedic match. To me, it seemed that the trailer was geared more toward the dramatic and not towards the comedic, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be bad, it's just not what I expected. Now, the concept of old school parenting versus the new mamsy-pamsy parenting style makes for a great concept, and to see the shock and awe on the faces of the grandparents witnessing how children are pampered is really quite humorous. I'm right there with the character that Marisa Tomei plays because that's how I was raised. I got cracked by my parents first and then got asked what was wrong second. I just hope that this is much more Meet the Parents and much less Little Fockers. That is to say that I hope that there is just more natural humor and fun in everyday situations and not a film dying while grasping at straws and cliches trying to be funny. Billy Crystal and Bette Midler seem like they're smack dab in the middle of their comfort zone as these grandparents getting a wake-up call to the 21st century. The trailer for Parental Guidance gives them both clear moments to shine, and I hope that there are many more moments in the film itself. Then Marisa Tomei looks to hold her own in a quality performance, and this Academy Award winner is a perfect match to complement these two comedic giants. This fish-out-of-water story involving an older generation seems original enough to me, and at this point I really can't think of another film that has tried this. When the trailer begins and Grandpa is worried about starting a fire with the answering machine, well, that's something that most people can relate to. My mother insists on shutting off her iPad completely when not in use, and that's because if you put it into sleep mode, it might ruin it. Then there are other funny moments like Grandpa struggling to figure out a car seat or Grandma putting a piano teacher in her place. There are also big differences in the diet and nutrition between the generations, and I guess grandparents don't think that a little sugar can really hurt anyone. I think that comedian Bill Engvall put it best when he said, "Me and my elders grew up on a steady diet of chemicals and pesticides, and we turned out just fine." They also seem to have picked a very good release date with Christmas Day when it comes to this film. Between all of the big action and dramatic Oscar contenders, Parental Guidance could wind up being just what families are in the mood for this holiday season. As I said, not only being filled with funny situations, this film seems to show us some affectionate moments between parents and children, grandparents and grandchildren, and multi-generational bonding. Parental Guidance seems to show us a story about growing up, growing older, and growing into people you want to be. If this film can balance itself out correctly, it could be a home run. If it leans too much one way and becomes too wishy-washy, then it might end up with not enough comedy becoming something like The Family Stone. If it leans too much in the other direction with not enough substance, well then it might end up being another Tooth Fairy. Though not what I was expecting, Parental Guidance has enough in it to make me want to see this movie when it comes out. I'll put all of my faith into the legends known as Bette Midler and Billy Crystal, and this could end up being the Christmas present everyone is looking for. As usual, I have put the link to the official trailer in the description box below, and I guess we'll just have to wait until December 25th to find out if this is a true Christmas present or just a lump of coal. I'm sure that I'll be returning soon enough with more movie and trailer reviews, and until then, remember people, I'm not always right, but only when it comes to the movies, and thank you for your attention.